Sports segue here. It is a good one as we connect now live with Jay Onrait, who is hanging out at the Fox studios in LA. Hey, Jay.
Hey, Jody, how are you?
I'm outstanding, and you know why? Because I love this book. I am not kidding you. I can't put it down. I was not expecting it to be as fabulous. I know how fabulous you are as a sportscaster, but you are a very funny Tina Fey-like writer.
Oh, that's a huge compliment. I'll take that. I love Tina Fey. Yeah, I just, you know, I knew you would probably enjoy it because I'm sure you can relate to a lot of the stuff that happens in this book, just life in our business and enjoying the journey along the way and embracing all the different stops that you make if you get into broadcasting in Canada. And that's sort of what I wanted to write about. I'd met so many interesting people in my journeys that I thought it was time to put it to print and get it out there for the world to see.
Well, you've certainly done it. True tales from the world of sportscasting, Anchor Boy. Jay, I'm going to be very specific here because I have been reading this book and I literally am finding it to be a page turner. On page 108, you talked about how you started at TSN, and it just so happens that I was across the parking lot at Sportsnet at the time. Linda Freeman, who I worked with at VTV a million years ago, had gotten the position with the hockey broadcast there at TSN. And the way you write about something that I actually watched, you're so candid. At what point did you decide in this book that you were just going to lay it all truly out there?
You know, and I could have been more candid, Jody, to be honest with you. When I originally wrote it, I was a bit more candid about it, and I had a bit more detail to it. But when I finished the book, I was still working at TSN, and I had not taken the job here at Fox. So I didn't really write the book with the thought that, well, I can write whatever I want because I'm leaving Canada and going to the States. It was kind of the opposite. I thought, no, I'm going to be working in Canada for another 20 years. I don't want to say too much. You know, even with Linda, such a wonderful, warm person. And I think what happened to her in that situation was really unfortunate. She was put in a tough situation. But because of that, because of Linda being let go from TSN as the hockey host, that's really the only reason I got my first chance at hosting SportsCenter. So, you know, the book is a little bit about that. Sometimes you don't know where your opportunities are going to come up. And I was fortunate enough to slip in there and eventually cause havoc on TSN's shows.
Unbelievably great advice in terms of not knowing where your next opportunity is going to come from. And you do express your admiration for Linda and her talents in the book in such a way that I think is super classy. And I believe readers will very much enjoy it. Let's talk about the Vancouver Olympic Games. Not many people expected to see you getting up that early in the morning to cover our games here.
Yeah, it was an amazing experience. I had so much fun in Vancouver. You know, you had Susie Wall on, Jody, and Susie was a part of our coverage. We had her on all the time. Met so many wonderful people there. And I talk in the book about not just, you know, my time hosting Olympic Morning in Vancouver, but also the marathon I took. I was lucky enough that the day of the gold medal men's hockey game, I got a text just as the game was about to start from the person running CTV at the time that she had a ticket to the men's hockey game for me, but I had to run back to the Olympic Broadcast Center to get it. So there's a chapter in the book detailing the run I had to make through downtown Vancouver because there was no cabs to be had, obviously. The streets were packed with people. There was no way I was going to get a cab to get back. So I actually, and I'm in probably, Jody, you're in incredible shape. I'm in probably the worst shape of any tall, skinny guy in the history of the planet, next to Manute Bol, the former NBA star. So just for me to have to run that far was just a devastating thing for me. So
I think that's next
so hopefully
for
it
me.
encourages people to get in shape after reading that chapter. But it was an amazing experience. I'll never forget how much fun we had those 2 weeks in Vancouver. It was unbelievable.
I think that's my next chapter in Anchor Boy. Before we let you go, Jay, we've got to talk about your new show at Fox Sports 1 with your buddy Dan O'Toole. We've all been watching from up here. We watched your first show on YouTube and how you guys sat back and read off all of the negative reaction to your, well, shtick, your way of being sort of that irreverent sportscaster, the team that you are. Tell us a little bit about that as we wrap things up here.
Yeah, it was, you know, we've always sort of embraced criticism. You know, Jody, like you and I have been working in this business long enough. We remember what it was like before Twitter, before people could send you tweets and tell you that they didn't like you or liked you. And I always say, like in the book, I say you have to have a really good sense of self in this business now because the critics just can fire a tweet at you right away, and that's what happened. We knew that was going to happen. We knew right away that when we started, we're different than your average broadcasters. We're a little irreverent. Not everyone's going to like you, and that's the only piece of advice I think I can leave everyone with watching. If you want to get into broadcasting, trust me, no matter who you are, not everyone's going to like you, so don't sweat it too much. So we thought we'd have some fun with that, and it turned out to be pretty popular, so maybe we'll do it again. Who knows?
Truer words never spoken. You can't please all the people all the time. Jay, you do please us. Thank you for being with us this morning. Tell Dan we said hello.
We absolutely will. Thank you very much, Jody. This bad boy, perfect Christmas gift. Jody, look at this. You can just fold it up, put it in the stocking. How great is that?
Just roll it up right like a, you know what? There's a lineup of people. I kid you not, Jay. There are a lineup of people that want this book after I'm done reading it. Cover to cover, you should read True Tales from the World of Sportscasting. Anchor boy, Jay Onrait, thank you for being with us.